In a really fun way, Christmas Party is chaotic. This is the 10th episode of the second season of The Office. It's directed by Charles McDougall, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. And part of it is really awkward in a funny way, in a very relatable way as well. And part of it is really happy and really jolly, and I rather enjoyed it. So as I said, there will be spoilers as I go through what happened and share some thoughts. Establishes it's the Christmas episode immediately with Dwight bringing in this giant tree. Michael wanted the biggest tree possible. Unfortunately, it was too big. And we get this brilliant moment with Kevin just holding up part of the chopped off tree, which I found was quite entertaining. And then we have Jim telling us that he got Pam for Secret Santa. And he got her the teapot that she had her eye on. And he decided to stuff it with inside jokes, which is just the cutest thing ever. I absolutely love it. We then have a brief moment with the party planning committee, and Pam points out they can't serve liquor at the party. Will that be a problem? Well, we'll find out in due course. We then have Dwight wearing an elf hat and elf ears, and I have to say I love the costumes in this. They're subtle touch for the most part, but it helps to make it feel really festive. We have a lot of people wearing festive ties and a lot of people wearing festive earrings. There's, of course, the elf hat. There's a Santa hat. They're not completely going overboard, but there's still plenty of Christmas there. And I really like those little touches. And Dwight, dressed as the elf, or wearing the elf hat, declares that it's time for Secret Santa. And they start to exchange gifts. And it turns out that Michael got Rainn, and Rainn got an iPod. The budget was $20, and Michael spent $400 on the video iPod for Rainn. And Michael decides to suggest they play Yankee Christmas. I'd never heard of it by that name. It's White Elephant. Although, to be fair, I've only heard of White Elephant because I watch a lot of Hallmark Christmas films, and occasionally they'll play White Elephant. I've never heard of anybody in the UK doing it. I'd love to know if anybody in the UK has ever played White Elephant. It seems like good fun. Basically, you have a whole bunch of gifts. They're not meant to be for somebody specific, and you basically go around trading them, and you can kind of either keep the gift you've got or swap it for a mystery gift. I don't know the rules completely, but that's what they decide to play. So the iPod gets passed around, and people are picking other gifts, and it gets a little bit awkward because Pam picks the iPod, which, to be fair, an iPod over a teapot, I would pick as well. She didn't realise what Jim had stuffed inside the teapot, and Dwight ends up getting the teapot, which is kind of a nightmare for Jim. And the only person who really got the right gift is Kevin. And that's because he got his own name in Secret Santa and didn't tell anybody, and he bought himself a foot bath. Fair enough. The scene with exchanging the gifts was itself really awkward, but in a funny way, because if you've ever done Secret Santa at work, it's just so uncomfortable. I hate the fact that you have to open the presents in front of everybody, and whenever I've done it, I've actually received really thoughtful gifts of things that mean something to me, but it's just so, especially when the bosses join in, it's not a fun time, and this really comes across in this episode. It's very relatable, funny in the episode, not so much in real life. And Michael makes it all the more awkward by yelling out, "I got a big bonus because I fired Devon." He said this because he was trying to justify buying the iPod. He wanted to do something nice. But of course, when you have to make somebody redundant and then say you got a big bonus, that's not nice. And it turns out he got a $3,000 bonus. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. So he leaves and tries to make amends by bringing back a load of alcohol. And people start to get drunk. Pam decided to trade her iPod with Dwight for the teapot. And we have this lovely moment where she realises that there are all of these little inside jokes inside. And Jim took the card back. He'd put a card in the box at the beginning of the episode. And when Pam opens the teapot, he kind of leans over and just slips the card back into his trouser pocket. What's on that card? I really want to know. We then have a few Well, a few awkward moments. Kelly decides to kiss Dwight very lightly. Angela sees this, goes outside and has a tantrum. And then they're all getting ready to go outside. It's a really jolly atmosphere. I'm really liking it. It's really good fun. I kind of wish we had a little bit longer with this scene, but at the same time, it wasn't really moving the narrative forward. So I understand why it wasn't longer. But I was really having a lot of fun with it. They're all then getting ready to go out to a bar somewhere. And then the last thing we see is Michael in his office. He's been taking photographs all night. And Meredith comes into the office and takes her top off. And Michael just kind of looks up, takes a photo of it, and then walks out of the office. And to his credit, he didn't stare. Although from his behaviour, I got the impression he didn't like what he saw, which was also, well, I guess he couldn't win either way, because on the one hand, the way he acted seemed insulting, like he was disgusted by her appearance, but at the same time, if he'd stared at her, that would have been inappropriate as well. So I guess in this situation, I don't think Michael could have won. So that's fair enough. And that's how we end things. It is a very crazy episode. It's very intense. It's very relatable. It is unpredictable. It is fun. It is awkward in a very comedic way. And I rather enjoyed it. Very, very festive as well. Definitely one that I had a lot of fun with. Christmas Party is a pretty brilliant episode of The Office.